Does enjoying the rich experience of uninterrupted cash flow for life seem like an elusive dream? Then you will want to talk to local wealth advisor Richard Hansine.
Wake up to the new rules of business, featuring entrepreneurs and the professionals that serve them. If you're a business owner, these 5-minute daily episodes are just for you. Welcome to Wake Up to the New Rules of Business. I'm your host, Debbie Donaldson, and I'm here with my good friend, Richard Hansine. Richard is with Strategic Wealth Advisors. And Richard, you always call yourself a recovering CPA. What the heck does that mean?
Well, Debbie, I practiced as a CPA since 1981. And in 2000, I happened to be president of the Nevada State Society of CPAs. That year, we adopted the Uniform Accountancy Act. That gave me the opportunity to share in insurance commissions and fees for assets under management. So that began the process. Then I happened to be in Chicago with Barry Melanson the same year. He was the chairman, I believe the chairman of the board of the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. We're having dinner along with the other CPAs. He gets up and makes an announcement that he's made a deal with Fidelity Investments, which gives CPAs access to their platform, which means we can buy bonds and securities and 401ks or whatever they've got on that platform, we have access to. So that was 2000. That gave me the opportunity to recover from being a CPA. And I came back and began the process. I called the AICPA. They told me they didn't have an onboarding process. I called Fidelity. They said they had an onboarding process and they make it happen like that. And I began the process of preparing and putting together Strategic Wealth Advisors because that's what I really wanted to do.
And so tell me about what you do at Strategic Wealth Advisors.
Well, a little backstory. When you're practicing as a CPA, and if you're not a wealth advisor, you outsource the investment piece and the insurance piece and probably the planning piece. Well, you got insurance guys, guess what they do? They sell insurance. They don't do investments. So then you got investment guys, they don't want to do insurance. What I wanted was an allocation that made sense for the client on the allocation of assets between financial tools. And though insurance and investments are nothing more than financial tools. So that process that I began took me through the Fidelity platform all the way into the money management business, where I found that I had access to over 24 top-level money managers. Guys like J.P. Morgan, people like William Blair. I've been doing business with Clark Capital, for instance, for 12 years. They choose the investments. Even though I've done portfolios, I'm not a certified financial analyst. They have 19 of them at Clark Capital who do nothing but review algorithms they've written, which is the mathematical piece. They do a top-up, top-down rotation that talks about what are the earnings, expected earnings of a company, what are the relative strengths of that company to the market and the category they trade in. And they've been doing it for so darn long, they have the artsy piece where they look at those algorithms. If they're not working, they change them. So I'm the planner guy. I look at clients' needs, I listen to them carefully, and I try and prepare plans that will bring about their dreams. And that's the allocation of assets. Insurance is the protection piece, investment is the growth piece, and if we do it right, your dreams come true. That's what I do.
Oh, very cool. Well, you must have had some mentors along the way. Talk to me about that.
I guess we could do two. There's one that happened when I was 17.
Well, why don't we do one today and we'll save one for tomorrow?
Okay, I'll do the first one because that's kind of fun.
Okay.
it was a fall day, and I was late for high school one more time in my senior year. And to get into school, you go see the Dean of Mint, Frank Haywood. So I go in and raise my hand and say, hey, Frank, you know what? I need a hall pass and I need a late pass. And he says, Richard, please sit down. And I sit down and he says, you know, Richard, if you don't want to be here, you don't have to be. And I said, you're kidding me. And he said, no, I'm serious. I said, well, get me out of here. Give me the documents. And we cleaned out my locker. I checked out with my teachers, and I quit.
So you quit school at 17?
Yep, quit school at 17. I went from there up to see Roy Chamberlain, who was the manager of a discount drugstore that I had been working for. It's a chain. And I said, Roy, I quit school today and I need to go full time. And he thought about it for a while and he said, okay. So he is as my first mentor, and this is how important it is. He's the store manager. His assistant is Ed Ross-Kelly. He's got Dean Cammons. Ross, I can't remember his last name. And these guys were the management team that ran that store. Now, it's not big in today's terms, but it was over 30,000 square feet. It was a big deal then.
Right.
And what was even more important was the way it operated. We bought the merchandise. We displayed the merchandise. And as you know, in those days, we did our own ad. So we got what do you call them? The cardboard printouts, and you get a little piece of onion paper you put over there, and you get the picture out, and you write down the copy, and you send it to the paper, and they send it back, and you do your own ads. Well, the cool thing was these guys were making $250,000 to $450,000 a year because they got a percent of the profits, and that was in the 70s. So I was pretty excited to be a part of that. And they made me perform at their level because I was affecting their income. So I had to grow up. They gave me the responsibility and they gave me the reward. And it worked out rather well because at the age of 20, I was the youngest manager in the chain.
Very cool. So at the age of 17, you dropped out of school and basically worked for entrepreneurs who taught you how to be an entrepreneur.
That's exactly right.
I cannot wait to hear who your next mentor is.
Thank you.
So tune in tomorrow and hear more from Richard Hansine. Thanks for watching.
If you're looking for more clarity, confidence, and comfort, either during or preparing for retirement, please feel free to reach out for a free retirement plan review.